Good morning 6RH, welcome to lesson 5 of our remote learning and maths lessons. Today we're looking at using the order of operations which links to BIDMAS. So here's BIDMAS, for those of you that haven't heard of it before. It is an acronym. An acronym is letters that represent different words. So here we have B representing brackets, then I, indices, and when we say indices we mean things like a squared number, so 2 squared, 3 squared, when they have a little number next to them. Then we have D for division, M for multiplication, A for addition, and S for subtraction. At the moment, that's just a list of words. The order of them, the way they're laid out, is really important, and you'll see why. So here we have a calculation. It says 20 subtract 3 times 5. In the bottom right-hand corner, you can see that BIDMAS is written out. Look at the BIDMAS. Which letter comes first that matches, or which word comes first that matches those two calculations or those operations? We have a multiplication and a subtraction. In BIDMAS, multiplication comes first, so we multiply before we subtract. So first of all, we would do 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Then we would do our subtraction, 20 minus 15, which would leave us with 5. If we didn't use BIDMAS, we would do 20 subtract 3, which is 17, and 17 multiplied by 5 is 85. It is really important we use BIDMAS because can you see how different our answers are? We either get an answer of 5 or 85. So here we have two calculations. 3 plus 5, which I'm sure you all recognise as 8, could be represented by 3 counters of one colour and 5 of another. 3 plus 5 times 2. Well, if you notice, this has got something else in here other than just the addition and the multiplication. It's got brackets. So we do the brackets first. So we need 3 plus 5 first, which would be 8. So we'd have 3 counters of one colour and 5 of another. And then we'd multiply the whole thing by 2. So let's see what that would look like. So here you can see we've got 3 blue and 5 green. Here we had 3 blue and 5 green, but then we multiplied all of it by 2 because they were in brackets. And we have 6 blue and 10 green, which would give us 16. Now, these calculations look very similar. The only difference is the position of the brackets. Brackets, or the B, comes at the top of BIDMAS. So it's always the first thing. If there are ever brackets, we do the brackets first. 3 plus 5 times 4, well 3 plus 5 is 8. We do the brackets first. Although addition comes after multiplication, we do the brackets first. 8 times 4 is 32. Here, the brackets around the multiplication. Now, actually, we don't need them necessarily because we would do multiplication first without any brackets. But 5 times 4 is 20, and then add 3 is 23. Again, you can see how important doing things in the right order is because we've had 32 or 23. And there you've got 3 plus 5 first and then multiply it all by 4, or we've got 3 plus 5 times 4. Really, really important we get those orders correct. So for question 1, you have 6 calculations to have a go at. If they've got brackets, do whatever's in the brackets first. If they've not got brackets, like C, we do the multiplication and then the addition or subtraction. So here's a question. We need to add brackets to this to make it make sense. 4 plus 3 times 2 is 14. Well, with BIDMAS, we do multiplication first. 3 times 2 is 6. Add 4 is 10. Well, that's not 14. So we need to add brackets to the 4 plus 3 to give us 7, and then multiply that by 2, which will give us an answer of 14. That is what you need to do for your next question, for question 2. Put the brackets in the right place. If our brackets are in the wrong place and we do 3 times 2 first, which is 6, add 4, we only get 10. So that would be incorrect. Make sure you think about how you're going to get to your answer. The final question on your sheet today is a 1 to 20 challenge, which is exactly what we do in class. But you've learned about BIDMAS here. I want you to apply it yourself.